Welcome back, DC EHOME. Game 3, guys.
Reported, you just said the N-word.
America's gonna take it.
I did indeed call you a noob. Because you didn't have your headset on.
I did.
You weren't ready to go.
I was
No,
running over.
the countdown hit 0. We didn't go. It was your fault. Winter is the main reason why we're often behind the schedule here.
Wow. Dude, I was early every day. I wasn't late. The people who are late were like,
Yeah, let's call them out. Let's call them out right now. Let's go down the list.
Sam was late.
Sam, our graphics overlay guy.
Yeah.
Okay, he was late.
Dan as well. I think.
Dan, our video editor, was late. I'm sensing a trend here.
They were late. They're in the same room.
Perry Slacks was very late the other day.
Because he was sick.
No, the day before he was sick. He got a stern talking to. We slapped him around good, man. Ted is never going to be late again, I'll tell you that.
GG.
GG.
He was in a pub like 1 minute in when we were about to have to cast.
Ted?
No, Winter.
Yeah, well, Winter's a fiend. Who is the biggest fiend here? Like, out of everyone? All the players, all the
Bulba.
casters? I mean, okay, so that's like just life drama fiending, right?
No.
Moon's a pretty big fiend.
Moon, yeah, he always watches the
I know.
replay, like the VODs, every time he finishes the game.
Oh, to see what people said about him.
No, I think he watches.
He watches the game and to see
Yeah,
what people
that's-
said about him.
See how he.
And he
How
tells
good he
us that
feels.
it motivates him when he sees Twitch chat. They're flaming him.
Yeah.
And he feels like, I'm going to do better.
Does he
the next
give
time."
himself a pep talk, like just looking in the mirror? I feel like Moon. That's something Moon would probably do.
Kind of stick I want to be.
What do you tell yourself to pump yourself up, Jo?
I just listened to "Sorry" by Justin Bieber.
Oh my god, you're a believer?
Yeah, new album, man.
Me too.
That new album.
He has a new album.
Does he?
I don't know. I keep seeing billboards like he's coming for a concert.
I'm
You're like ready to get out of town for a...
GG.
No, I'll just stay indoors like I normally do.
You know why I'm not a believer?
Why not?
Because I wouldn't treat Princess Selena Gomez like that.
Princess what?
Selena Gomez.
So I think
They're
it's
back
Selena
together.
Gorman. It's like, what are you talking about? All right, guys, we've got game number 3. Let's get into it. EHOME, DC.
Wow, straight ban on the gyro. Or on the bounty hunter. That's
There's
some
the
hate.
Undying.
To Scar? Again?
Bounty? Oh no, Bounty's banned.
Oh, they have the Bane this time, so they are going to be the ones that are with the stronger lanes. I'm actually quite surprised they actually went for the Undying over the Bane though.
Steven probably just didn't want to play the Bane. He wanted to change things up. He's usually the Undying player.
And they've been
But wouldn't-
Radiant all 3 games
Okay, so
for DC.
they have the same opening, right? But wouldn't you prefer to have Bane over Undying if you're doing the same thing to protect the Shadow Fiend?
I think they're scared of EHOME's Bane. Or EHOME's Undying.
Well, because they know they can Tusk Undying, right, with the second pick here.
But they wouldn't open it so fast, right? EHOME doesn't do it.
They've done it before.
Yeah,
but
it was in the past, but recently they have not. Like
they've been less
they
doing it
keep
less,
they
yeah.
keep the options open. They don't decide. Oh, this game we're gonna do Tusk Undying, pressure your lane. They won't decide it so quickly.
If you're DC though, aren't you scared of EHOME just wrecking you early game?
That's like the main way you
Yeah,
lose,
that's
right?
why you pick Undying. This time they got something to fight him in the early.
And EHOME are banning, looks like they're going to start banning heroes that can slow the game down.
Yeah, I
They've
guess.
added.
And Undying, the way Undying works as compared to Bane is like Undying is better at taking the fights where you smoke and go into the jungle to try to steal the SF stacks. I can understand that, but the early laning phase, I feel like Bane just does more than the Undying to secure the lane for the SF.
Okay, ban number 4 for DC. They'll remove the Tony.
Wow, Tony. They did not ban this hero the last 2 games, right? If
That-
I recall correctly.
That is, in the LAN repertoire.
Maybe it's because of the Bane, because Bane and
historically.
Tiny can actually easily wreck the Shadow Fiend lane.
That's true.
Good point.
So right now, let's see what EHOME actually takes out.
Isn't Bane Windranger still pretty scary though?
I think Bane Tiny is the most scary.
Bane
Yeah.
Tiny because you just sleep him and then
Toss
combo.
him back.
And then you can toss him to the to
So
the
they banned the
tower.
Visage here over the Shadow Shaman. Which, sorry, I think was what they banned 5th in game 1, was it? Or was it 4th?
Yeah, I
can't
think it was
remember.
4th, maybe. It was 4th.
Okay.
They banned it.
And then EHOME grabbed the Dazzle, so they get just incredibly strong lanes out of this. Great setup, great control. Now they just need their carries.
Yeah, the lanes
They're
look
still
really,
PL.
really good right now.
For EHOME.
They're still
Good
what?
against
PL?
Good against Undying.
Yeah, PL is really good on Sunday. That's true.
And great with the dazzle. Though, I mean, we said that last game, and then Lanham just decided to carry the game himself.
This is DC's pressure lane this time. I think Night Stalker is a good hero versus the Bane and the Dazzle and the Tusk as well. The silence is extremely useful in this game.
So this will be the Bulba offlane Night Stalker?
Yeah.
Do you think? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
So he's been on quite a few different heroes so far this series.
Yeah, I think the
His
only
heroes are getting
the
banned
only
out.
team that actually
Yeah.
runs Night Stalker in mid or safe lane, I think only OG does it safe lane, Night Stalker, and the only team that runs Night Stalker mid is probably just Alliance. They
Mhm.
put it on
Secret.
S4.
We,
Yeah,
we
the
were
ones-
seeing a lot of support Night Stalker, but not so much anymore.
But this game is gonna be an off-lane position 3 Night Stalker. They're gonna be able to put a lot of pressure. That's number 1. NS and Undying.
Does EHOME Huskar?
I have not seen them Huskar.
I don't think I recall seeing them pick it, but you can't
They
be
can.
100% sure that they won't pick it. I think a hero that's good this game is Brood. Brood is really good versus those heroes.
Where goes the PL?
Right on the mark there.
Radiant team pick.
Brood would be a really good hero to finish off their draft.
Oh
if they want.
man, what would DC do at that point? Don't they just lose all the lanes?
Night Stalker Undying is pretty good in the start versus Dazzle and PL.
EHOME.
So you do get a potential solution here to the PL, the Ember.
Oh, are they gonna
Oh.
Huskar?
Radiant team.
So yeah, that doesn't feel very
I
good.
mean, they have a ban, so I guess they can be totally safe.
Yeah. You do not want to get knocked out of a tournament like this with a Huskar 5th pick. But maybe it'll be a
chicken.
Brood instead.
What is Old Chicken gonna pay?
Probably Viper.
Viper is also really good versus Ember. And it secures their lanes. Like, they just need a tanky frontliner
Yeah.
right now for them to siege. And they
Dragon
use-
Knight's another option,
Yep.
but not,
I mean,
not
Dragon
so
Knight's
great
okay.
against the Shadow.
It's the
King.
same type of hero with
10
Viper,
seconds remaining.
but Viper obviously wins his lane
Yeah,
against
I'll-
SF.
A lot better.
Yeah. They don't really have the Bane to like bail the SF out against a Viper 1v1.
That is the one issue here for DC. They don't have like Undying's not bad for protecting the SF, but he's not on the Bane level.
Yeah. Viper will just hit the Undying if he goes up to mid in the first wave.
Mm-hmm. So EHOME are potentially going to have even stronger lanes, and Game 1 was a rout already.
It's all about the lanes right now in this series. Everyone wants to win their lane because both teams have very similar playstyle. They want to group up. So you win your lanes, you group up.
Oh no.
This is even greedier.
This is a page out of the Vici Gaming playbook.
I mean, it puts even more pressure on the enemy team because your lineup is much more greedier. And
I feel like they have stronger lanes and better late game
yeah,
right
it
now.
secures their late game.
It's
And
just-
the other thing it does is the Roshan as well. It helps them do the Roshan with Alchemist.
Unless the Ember gets huge. They don't have the best catch for
They
Ember,
have
though.
to make sure the Ember gets huge this game, otherwise it's just over.
So
10 seconds
Wait, do you
remaining.
actually think, okay, so right now, the win condition for DC is going to be Ember getting huge,
5
right?
seconds
So do you
remaining.
actually put the Bane with the Tusk just to make sure it doesn't happen? Because Alchemist doesn't need help against
Reserve
SF.
time.
As long as you secure the first boundary rune, Alchemist can stand on his own versus the Shadow Fiend and utilize the Bane to pressure the Ember's lane. Because we know that it's going to be more or less very likely Undying plus Night Stalker off lane together. And Ember is going to be what with only
think-
one support.
It might depend on what DC picks here. If they pick a support that's weak in lane, they might just do that.
that's the thing with the PL. You have that option.
Yeah, because you can even put the PL there, PL plus Dazzle against...
Yeah, like Shadow Shaman's like
Yeah, this is not very
not
good, right?
good.
Ugh.
If it's a dual lane, they might be in trouble.
How else? So the other option is just solo offlane Night Stalker and tri-lane it.
Yeah, I think if they, as soon as they scout it, they have to be able to TP and scout the lanes.
They need to make sure the Ember gets freeform
Yeah.
this game.
Yep, I agree. The Ember has to be dodging the lane. He cannot go to the lane where EHOME is going to pressure. They need to get a ward down. That is
Oh,
number one.
Bulba's playing the Undying.
Support Night Stalker.
Super Night Stalker.
That's even.
I mean, it doesn't make too much difference, right? Like between these two in position 3. But if you talk about laning support, obviously
yeah,
Undying
Undying
is
is
better.
always gonna be able to zone out.
So this does open up that aggressive tri-lane then.
Yeah, they need to TP down one guy, scout the lanes. They have to make sure they get the appropriate lanes. Not like the last game.
10
The last game they had really bad lanes and everything just went downhill from there.
Well, the thing is DC can't dodge, right? Because they have a Shadow Shaman. So they kind of have to put the Ember bottom.
I mean, the Ember has to go.
with Bulba on... Oh, they did swap.
Okay, they're gonna
Okay.
TP down, so they're gonna
They
TP down.
swap back.
Oh, they swapped the heroes, right?
Yeah. I was going to say, it feels like it almost seals their lanes. at that
Hello.
point.
Like even look at how EHOME is also playing. They want to place a very early ward down so they can pressure.
So here we have a battle of the stupid heroes.
The stupid heroes.
early on.
You know, Undying and Bane has really good intelligence.
Oh, they got the ward too.
They're not exactly stupid, Gorman.
That was not a literal stupid. That was a.
Troll is the stupidest hero. I don't think that's a word like that.
I think PA's
Oh, PA, yeah,
PA.
PA.
PA's lower.
Who's the smartest hero in the game? Pugna?
Pugna, I think.
Yeah, Pugna.
Maybe OD? No.
No, OD
Pugna.
has very low intelligence gain. I mean, not low, but he doesn't have as high as Pugna. Pugna is like 4, right? 4.2 or something.
A lot of little skirmishes here early on. They even plant down the sentry on the retreat
Oh,
out.
did they switch again? Gaben's playing the Undying now.
Yeah, they did. They did
Oh.
switch.
What?
Pugna and someone are both.
Oh,
Pugna and
yeah,
Invoker.
Invoker.
Yeah, Invoker has 4 in-K now. Forgot about that.
The wizard is a smart.
Well, meanwhile, in the river.
Oh, the fight, the rune. Can
Let's
I get
go!
the Grievous Greed? I need the Grievous Greed. I need my 500 gold. I need my 500 gold. Am I gonna get it?
He wants it back!
500! No! Oh!
If he got acid spray, he might have.
He just
a
got
team
level
wipe.
2.
He should have gotten acid.
He's level
Yeah.
2. They
If
might
he
kill him as well.
Man, he
That
actually should have
fight
gotten
went-
acid
that
spray,
fight
right?
They
went
would have
like 10
crushed that fight with
seconds.
acid
Yeah,
spray.
he should have gotten acid spray.
The Shadow Wave would have done
So
more
much.
damage.
Oh, he
but
still got his
got
gold.
the rune
He
anyway.
still got his
so
gold.
What?
worth it.
Oh, old chicken. Getting bailed out there.
But I agree. I think he should have gotten acid.
They could have won the fight, and then he could have probably gotten the rune.
That was in hindsight, you know.
Of course.
He's
But
sorry.
then you wouldn't have gotten 500 gold.
That's true.
You get 5 kills.
But you get all
Yeah,
the
You
kills.
get 5. I know.
one Shadow Wave, everyone dies.
That
wave was-
Shadow Wave was disgusting, actually.
Imagine with minus armor too.
What a fight. Alright.
Okay, so who got the first bird? Do you guys catch up? Who got the first
Well,
bird?
our observer almost didn't catch that there was a 10-man fight at the rune, so I don't
So
know.
Shadow Shaman got the first bird. 2 kills? Alright.
Just kidding.
they're
Love you
contesting
guys.
this lane.
Thanks for the peppermint candy.
Oh, Ember got 2 kills.
Oh, is that Scriffle Weapons who gave you that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shiva actually bought the candies.
Yeah. It's long days here. They have a tough job. We just sit on the couch and make bad jokes.
So let's see. Undying is running in between bottom and mid. Tusk is 1v1
And here
versus
comes the
Night
Bane.
Stalker.
Oh, this
Oh
could
my
get
God.
ugly.
Acid spray. Oh, it hurts.
He can't even land. I like how Bane just drives by, like past the tier 2, just glides away.
I actually have one question to ask you guys. Like both of you. Obviously not Gorman because Gorman doesn't know anything. What do you guys think about the null and the boots on the Bane? The difference.
Well, as a 4.8k player.
As
Like,
the what?
You
Sorry?
can kill couriers.
On the
and-
Bane, like some players go null and some players go
no
boots.
boots.
What do you guys think about that?
Well, null you can just man fight. You don't have to micro around.
When I was at Russia, I asked, I didn't ask the question, but someone asked the question, and Dubu, he was the Bane player, and he said that when he's running around mid lane zoning the enemy, sometimes he's worried about smoke gang, like when people are wrapping around the ramp, and he said with boots, he
You can't.
has
catch
a
him.
very good chance to get away, but if he doesn't have boots, if he has null, there's a good chance that he gets ganked. So he always prefers the boots build.
I think whether you can see if the supports can rotate or not.
Yeah,
You
that's
get
also a
boots.
thing.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
They got the shards. Easy.
No escape from Ult 11.
Yep, the boots
So-
really paid off for the Bane here. This game.
Yep, the boots paying off.
He's almost level 3.
Bounty run on Alchemist. Double bounty runs. First minute and the second minute.
I mean, with Boots' moves, he's like 365. I don't really think you can mess with that at all. Like, especially with the slow hero like Shadow Shaman, they can't catch him. It just makes the Undying have to run around, and you don't really want to drop your Tombstone, ever.
So looking at the bottom lane, Ember actually has a little bit more CS than the PL.
And they're not really pressuring the Shaman either. He's already level 3.
The Ember got like 2 kills in his third, so we went PMS right away. He's really strong in the lane now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
From
That's
the
true, that's
get-go.
true. That is probably the main reason why the Ember's doing way better right now.
They do get the
Oh,
grab
no
here.
doppelganger.
on CTY.
Alright.
Yeah, he got the stats already.
Did he?
Yeah, he got stats.
Oh, okay.
What do you think? Do you like it, Ben?
It's nice to be able to double walk out of the chains.
So you would always prefer to have the early point.
At least the 1 point then.
Yeah, I
One
would
point
like
just to be
2-1-0.
safe.
Yeah, just to be safe.
Oh, stun. Old chicken gonna drop his old concussion onto Yagami. Yawar.
Meanwhile,
Great
top
zap.
lane looks like they were trying to dive the Tusk a bit as well.
Oh,
but
the value kill with the Grievel's Greed Gold.
Oh, nighttime looms.
Oh, he's gonna get another bounty run.
Alright. After that early game disaster, Old Chicken is back into the old game.
Dire's top tower is
Bounty
under
runes everywhere and they get a kill onto Tusk.
And Bane looking to turn it around there. Sleeping up Mr.
Well,
Theben.
Can he actually
It's
get...
a 2-2-1 build. This is going to do a lot
Oh,
of
he-
damage if he gets that acid spray down. And he does. It connects. Theben in trouble.
Give him the last
Creeps
hit.
want to get involved.
Give him the last hit. No.
All of it for the Bane.
It's
But
his-
Ember's farming well. Shadow Fiend's farming well. They've managed to slow down the Tusk a little bit. PL a little slightly contained in terms of his farm.
Mhm. I mean, I think overall it's okay for EHOME. Even it's just the fact that they lost their level 1 fight.
Oh, this is the middle of the first nighttime now, so we'll see if the Night Stalker is able to make some movements.
Is the Tusk going to gank bottom? I can't see.
Oh, are they gonna get?
Tusk is middle.
Oh, they were scouted.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Well, he has 2 points in Soul Rip.
Hmm.
Wow, interesting.
Just to protect the Shadow Fiend, you think?
I guess.
It almost saved him in the top fight.
He probably got it in the heat of the moment. He might have saved.
Yeah,
one
maybe
point.
he just wanted to escape from there. Yeah, maybe that's true.
Oh, the Medallion build.
Yeah, this is the build this game. You don't like it?
No, it's just interesting.
Medallion mech or just
No,
Solar?
just Medallion, Solar Crest, Dagger. I think that's because they have
Just like
PL.
run around killing people.
Yeah, they're PL. PL is gonna be farming the majority part of the resource on the map. So you want Alchemist to be more active. And don't you guys remember about the stat during Major? Most of the games that had Radiance,
They lost,
you
yeah.
lose. But the games that OG won, they never built Radiance on Alchemist.
They did the Sanjin Yasha,
Solar Crest.
Solar
was-
Crest,
yeah. AC.
AC, and then I think Abyssal or BKB at that point.
Just fighting items. You want the Alchemist to participate and fight. You don't want the Alchemist to be just farming.
In that build, usually you can have ability to pick off people as well. It's just a well-rounded build.
I think Jayo would know. I hear you play a lot of Alchemist, so
no, I d-
Are you a hero picker, Jo?
no, I'm not.
Okay. You just random him a lot.
I play him once and I got 5-man. My rune got taken.
I feel like that's fitting.
So
Yeah.
just like old chicken.
Did you
No,
TP back mid and
he
get the other
still
bounty
got
run?
the other rune though from their side.
Yeah.
So
You had no such luck.
nope.
Oh, is TC gonna have such luck right now? Top Canadian, can he dodge this thing? Can he dodge this
Nope.
going?
Oh.
No, he's gonna get stunned, but can he get out? Snowball? Yes, he can. He gets out. But can they run him down? Can they actually run him down? Old 11 is gonna scout, tries to find him. Top Canadian, juking around the trees, jumping to the random. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly why we call him the top Canadian player.
Nice. Meanwhile, mid lane, my goodness, they want the Bane, but there's the Sleep looking for the turn. It's the level 3 stun, and that is going to force out a Tomb.
The level 1 too.
The Tomb's gonna be so weak versus the PL though. I mean,
But don't you still want to max it?
Yeah,
at some
I think
point?
you still have to max it. But it's not gonna be maxed for like another 6 minutes maybe.
At least, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
no one's
scary.
gonna seem to rotate from DC's side.
Oh, silence. Nope.
So how you guys feel overall about the state of the game?
Alk's having a really good time, but so is Ember.
Radiant's bottom tower
So
is under
about
attack.
even, I would
Ross
say.
is actually having a good time. He's gonna have arcane boots soon in level 6.
I mean, do you think they should have pressured bottom more? We opened the draft talking a lot about aggressive
Well,
trialing.
it was hard because the Ember got like 2 kills.
It's
He got the
because after
PMS.
what happened in the level 1 fight,
Yeah.
it was tough after that.
So you couldn't do it anymore then.
Nope.
But they've been really able to limit the effectiveness of Night Stalker too. So yeah, all in all, still very even.
There's the Walrus Punch on the TC. Now got a snowball in. The heal comes out.
Does he get poison touch max this game?
Probably
Nah.
not.
I guess
So-
he could have pressured bottom a lot more
So
if he went poison touch.
Our
next.
producer told us that the last game, it was the third ever time that Dazzle actually maxed poison
Well, it's
touch.
the third time this patch.
Yeah, this
actually.
patch.
Yeah. Which is actually a lot more than I thought. I thought it would be 0.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see what old chicken's got in store for us next. Saving up quite a bit of gold.
Yeah, you just want to get, maybe you finish your solar, but I kind of feel like if you get Blink right now, it's also really good, so you can actually initiate and get kills for your team with the Tusk. Or you can actually even get solar if you feel like you can get the Roshan early. Those are the options for them, and for DC, they're waiting for, okay, they got level 6 on Shaman. They're probably waiting for the mech on SF as well, before they 5-man and group up. Those are the
and the
timings
next
you want.
nighttime, maybe?
Yeah, the next night time you will have maybe more points in Tombstone. You would have mech on Shadowfield and you will have Shaman wards. Then you make a smoke play.
Oh, they're trying to find this roster right now. AUI 2000 getting caught out. Snowball, punch, and yep. Level 6 or not, an easy takedown.
Yeah, this is what we expected.
They're just
from-
gonna keep doing that until the next nighttime.
Wow, they're still going in. Here comes old 11, an old chicken.
The show is getting old.
Oh my goodness.
Jesus. That's not even max yet.
There's half your HP.
That is not even Solar Crest yet.
Imagine if they had max poison touch.
And they have max.
How much better this
They
could
have
be.
max acid spray.
And
max
a weave.
concoction.
Like EHOME's just doing all the right things now that they know that it's not nighttime.
Well,
It's
imagine
daytime
if they
restraint.
didn't lose that level 1 fight.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
They're going to drop the wards now and look to engage, and they just delete Lanham from the backlines. Requiem coming in. It's quite early. And they're going to engage. Snowball rolling forward is going past TC, who's got a double damage room picked up, and quickly 11's going to drop down. That's a death off the bat there, so 2 down. The tower falling. But they might get TC. Oh, good fight there for DC.
They got a tower, they got 2 kills. Yeah, that was really good for them. And that was a fight without their mech as well.
And that was with the Requiem not doing anything, really.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, true.
Yeah,
But there's the blink.
Who's
Yeah,
making
here,
mech?
here comes the blink. Old Chicken has to do his team a lot of justice to make space for the PL right now, since he has such a good start.
Where do they go first?
I think you want to just
I think
find
they're gonna
any,
pause first and think.
you're getting a pause first, but I think you want to find any kind of pickoffs. Like some games you would, like the gyrocopter games that we casted, we always say, oh, you want to kill the gyro or you want to kill the starter. But I think in this sort of game, you don't choose, you don't be fussy. You just get
Just
any
get
kill,
anything.
any kill you want, so you prolong the game for your alchemist and PR to keep farming. I think you don't have to choose what you want. Obviously, Ember, SF are big kills, but you don't choose. You get any kill you want. You can get basically right now for EHOME.
Small window for them.
Wow, he didn't have ultimate? Okay.
Huh.
That's pretty strange. Like usually you always get ultimate on Stalker right now. You pop it at 11:10. So you have that extra night time available for you. And your whole team obviously to pressure the enemy.
And then you have it up again before the
Yeah.
night's over as well.
Yeah. So that is pretty strange.
What's the PL build this game?
Manta
Standard.
Manta could also be
Diffusal
useful.
first.
Like Manta could also be useful against the Stalker and the chains. He could actually go for that first. Like the most common ones we see is like Yasha into Diffusal.
I like Yasha Diffusal more. The Manta Rush is not that great versus Ember, who has a good start.
He won't be able to fight if he went Manta first.
But don't you want it just for? I guess it's the same with the Diffusal. You can remove the silence.
Well, T-Bin's dead.
They got Snowball, bro.
He didn't even show the blink yet on the Alchemist.
Tower is under attack.
Oh, it's still in the courier. That pause
Or
is
Undying.
throwing me for a loop.
Radiant's
962 net worth.
He's been forced to react to like the Bane running around. He was trying to counter his pressure. And
Yeah,
He's-
this is the
he's
reason.
not laning.
This is the reason why I feel like the Bane, like what he's doing with the Undying is better with the Bane in the early game. And he opened the draft with Undying. So far he hasn't really justified that opening with the Undying is the better choice.
They have PL as well to counter his tomb.
Yeah.
So in the mid game it'd be easier to fight.
They're going to isolate Yawar here. They get the uppercut off. Now the Alk stun coming out. Heavy damage. Can they finish him off in time, though? He turns, tries to get up the raises. They will pop him, but does it cost them more? Zombies stack up. Kaka joining the fray, trying to keep them alive, but the Ether Shock
He didn't get the grave off.
zaps him down. And that's the Alk down. Of all the heroes to kill, that's the best.
Still got SF though.
And Alk spent, maybe he didn't lose that much money, but not sure. Oh, he actually has a lot of gold, so. But still, I think it's okay for EHOME, even though Alk was a very high priority kill there.
But they have wards, and DC are going to use them. Here comes the push top. Do they fight?
I think they can easily TP in with the Alk and farm with the ward, so.
Let's
His
see what they're gonna
ultimate's
do.
Seems like that is the play here. Wards will go down. Tower survives.
And PR's farming. And with the wards down, you can even look to make a smoke play soon. You push out your lanes and you try to make a...
BOTs. Oh.
Oh,
Radiant's
the most
middle
greedy
tower
build.
is under attack.
Do you think they can actually do Roshan now with the Alk, with the wards down? Or is it too risky for them right now?
I think it's too risky during night. Maybe if they had a mech, I would say they'd be more comfortable fighting. Is Tusk close?
TC jumping
Oh.
in here and LAN tries to
Missed.
find him, but doesn't connect. And they juggle the sleep, but to no avail, as there is also a push brewing top lane.
I think we jinx him by calling him top Canadian too much.
You're the only one who says that.
I think Jo specifically jinxed him. We don't care. None of us want to be top Canadian.
There's no top American, I mean.
Celsius. Ugh.
Oh, that gold.
Oh
Yum.
my god. Undying.
Yeah.
Undying
Oh,
against
okay.
Alchemist.
Don't kill the tombstone. This is one of those rare cases.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This is not good. Well, he's actually saving gold, or maybe he doesn't want to go for Mac. Like against Alk, sometimes on SF, I think you go Shadow Blade.
I
so you
think
can
mech
hunt him
might
down.
actually be good for him because of
But
the
he's
Midas
not
armor.
buying the pieces though. Like, if he wants the mech, he would buy the pieces.
He should. I think it'd be better for him to buy mech.
Yeah, I'm not saying mech is Shadow Blade is better, but like judging by the way he's saving his gold right now.
Snowball forward. There's the punch, and the poison touch comes out. T-Bin hanging on for quite a while. Fairly durable, but
Dude, this
not
team is just
enough.
not even interested in saving him. He's right next to the T2.
Because they're killing someone, dude.
They're fragging bottom. But Bulba's going to trade. He gets caught out. Drops, and now TC forced to run. Does
Where's
not
our
have remnants. Does have BOTs.
It should be fine.
Yeah, he's okay.
So another ward, another tower for Digital Chaos, but this time it's going to be denied by EHOME. And they had to trade 2 heroes for that as well, so not a really good trade for Digital Chaos.
And Alk was actually able to get a lot of the ward gold from that one.
What's out going for now?
Yeah,
Oh,
He
top
went
lane.
for Shadow Blade.
yeah, this is like the build that I see a lot of players go against Alchemist.
Uh-oh. Commitment here from Yawar. Gets the Requiem off, and TP does get cancelled by the Ember.
Because the way you like play Alchemist, you want to keep pushing a lane. But I think I see it more common against the Radiance Alchemist that you do this. So you can hunt him and you can kill him with the Shadow Blade. But you still think that the mech would do more for his team.
Yeah, because I think with the Undying and the Night Stalker, should be able to fight at least.
Isn't it sort of all in either going for the mech? Like if they get the mech, they lose a team fight. It's just their avenue for comeback is.
I mean, they're looking for a
Very
fight right now anyway.
They're going to try for it. Old 11 gets silenced off the bat, but the grip comes out from Lanham. A long duration one, holding Bulba in position. The stun connects on 2. Keeping them back as EHOME get quickly cleaned up. Lanham's going to drop. The rest forced to run. The zombies slowing down that path of retreat as shards trap Bulba on the right side. Kaka will be next. 2 down for nothing. Very nicely done by DC.
Well, it seems like they don't really need the mech to be able to win that fight. So with the Shadow Blade, it's going to allow the SF. I think if he's able to get 1 kill on the PR or the Alchemist, it's going to be really good for his team with the Shadow Blade right now. To actually slow down their tempo a lot.
And if they're playing an economy game, they are going for a Midas here on the Night Stalker.
Yep.
Looks like.
I guess they are deciding that we don't really need the mech. We are stronger right now as 5. And we want to make sure that we have our late game secured. So they're going Shadow Blade, they're going Midas. They're
But
making
they have
sure that,
Blink as well now.
yeah, they're going to make sure that they go into the late game as strong as EHOME.
They did not even shut down Owie at all. I guess T-Bin was the one
Taking
like,
all the flack.
A lot of it has to do with the level 1 fight, Gorman. Like, because they lost that fight, I don't think there's much they can do to change the fact that they have to be able to they can't contest, you know, because they lost that fight. I think they wanted to contest Aoi's farm, but it just didn't work out. Oh,
Revving
there
up
we go.
the stun, looking for the jump on TC, and it is going to follow him through the Sleight of Fist. But doesn't go down.
So
When do you think they could go for Roche? I mean, you mentioned not during the nighttime, Ben. Is it day now?
After this tower.
It's gonna
Yeah.
get way harder later on once.
but they have
Naxali
wards
has
right now.
X.
DC has wards right now though. So even if you go for Roche, DC can still fight you. I think the safest time is to go wait for them to use wards to take a tower or somewhere. Or if you get a pick off.
They're going to force out that tomb and immediately retreating. Chains connect on 11. Snowballing. He's going to be dragged back, and the rest of the team says, see you later, bud. Hexed and dead. Just like that.
And they're not even going to be able to get the tower there. So DC is just far superior with the tombstone right now in terms of team fight. So EHOME wants to be the team that's going to rat again this game.
Well, now, especially that PL build going
Bots.
BOTs. Now he's going back for Diffusal.
Mega
But-
greedy build. He hasn't died though.
Do you think that it might be actually too greedy for them to go for bots and having an Alchemist in your lineup? Or do you think that he's still going to be able to pull it through?
I think it's fine because the Alchemist went a very fight heavy build. I don't really think it. I think they could have taken a lot more fights though if he had gotten like, let's say, Tread's drums instead of the bots though.
Yeah, because he hasn't been in any of these fights for like the past 8-9 minutes at least.
I guess they want. They also want to secure the late game too.
So then the question becomes, who has the late game?
Both of the teams have late game, I think. SF, Alchemist, Ember, PL.
And the Ember's doing really well.
Oh, did they smoke under that ward? I think they did.
Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower.
But I think in terms of late game, if everyone is 6 slotted, I think Ember would be the scariest one. Because you're able to dish out damage from a safe distance, so the way you execute the Ember is easier compared to the PL or the Alchemist. But the problem with Ember is Alchemist gets to that point faster because of Griever's Greed, whereas Ember doesn't get there as fast as the Alchemist.
There's a hasted PL just jumping through the trees, trying to hunt Aoi, but he will TP away. And meanwhile, big fight breaking out in the Radiant jungle. Graves there, nice and early, on to land him, keeping him alive, but Old 11 not so lucky. Will end up going down. Big ultimate from UR as they look for a bit more. The PL's joined the fray, but the War Trap comes out. That's going to be a 4th kill. EHOME getting decimated here in the DC backlines. Nothing, really. Just the
It's only Thieben dying all over again.
6th position on dying. They'll take it every day.
Yeah, and with this build, the PL can't really fight effectively like with the bots, and then he has only 1 point in Doppelganger. It's so risky for him to come to the fights because he can easily die. I think they have to not take any fights at all at this point. Like even the point before when they lost the previous fight, I did feel like EHOME cannot take any fights anymore. It's going back to
The first game.
The first game, like the situation they have.
DC starting to seize the momentum here a little bit as they mosey on towards top. 5 heroes heading that way. It's going to be a mech soon for Kaka. So EHOME will bolster their team fight. That's why now complete.
Okay,
so
they have once they see DC all top, they should go for Roshan with the Alk.
looks like he is headed that way. So DC just give this up?
If they
They
know, they
scout-
should contest though. If they know,
No
They know.
wards.
but they're strong enough right now. I think they're strong enough to take the fight without wards.
Too far away.
They're
sadly.
going. Can they make it?
It's going to be pretty close. That medallion definitely making the difference right now.
If
EHOME,
if
maybe.
he had Solar Crest, they probably finish it already.
Maybe they get trapped in the pit. Roche is down. Beautiful shards. And Boba. Whoa. Still wanting to go in. They want to fight.
They can fight. They're
They can
strong.
fight.
They're very strong now.
They have Aegis. They should fight.
Marching forward now, gonna get off the grip as Bulba moves up towards the high ground and try to lock him down, but it does get cancelled by Owie2000, who jumped right up and found him there. Beautifully done. Now Kaka getting caught out even through the grave, tried to retreat on the left side. CTY also backing off. He's got some illusions, but they're dealing with them. They're very low HP. Goes down once. That's 3 dead counting the Aegis. They might die a second time. Do they try to continue the engagement? A long glob coming in again from the Alk stun. But Yuhar's healthy. Owie, though, massacred by the army of spears, and now they're turning, looking for more. The Peel Illusion starting to stack up the snowball over to the right onto Teban. Can they punch him and bring him down? Shards, they get the kill on round 2 of the fight. They do equalize the score. The
Oh!
it's TC! Oh, no! I thought he had it.
Oh dear.
That was like the last little sliver of TP.
Dire's top tower is under
Oh dear. No Rasa works for that fight. It was a really nice.
I actually thought they
nice
were able
shards.
to take the fight though, but yeah, the shards separated them in
Yeah.
two sides.
They killed the tomb.
Yeah, and
Tomb.
they killed the tomb died really quick.
I didn't think if he was gonna have Doppel walk up after the Aegis. I was
Yeah.
like,
He's
it's
dead.
gonna be really bad.
Yeah, if that Shaman's able to just hold him in place. Well, that went about as well as EHOME could have possibly.
It's like
Hope
game
for.
1.
Yeah, that was just 11 touches right there, separating the fight, breaking the fight into 2, allowing his team to take advantage of
They have
that.
double medallion.
Oh
Also,
yeah, that's true.
is this the part where EHOME throws away their lead if it's like game 1?
If you go according to history, yes, but you can always rewrite what's going to happen in the future.
I think you've been reading too many science fiction novels, Winter.
You decide your own fate, my friend.
It's written. It is written. It is known.
Some things are not written.
They're gonna force out the tomb here.
How's Ember's farm? He actually
His
needs a lot more
Battlefield.
items.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, he's surprisingly slow on his items. That's why PL PL doesn't have any HP. He went for Diffusal. He has like absolutely no HP items. With the Battle Fury, he would have been cleaved down super easily last fight. But he stayed alive for a little bit too long.
He's been spending a lot of time fighting.
And right now, EHOME has mech on Dazzle, so DC does not have a mech, right? DC have no mech. Yeah, Undying is way too poor, and SF didn't go for a mech. SF went for the more carry build. All of a sudden, the game took a huge turn.
Is that the best voice you can do for huge turn?
A huge turn.
A whopping turn!
Do you like that? No?
You just put Jo to sleep. He started yawning. It's like, I'm so hyped that I'm just gonna take a nap.
Sorry,
Woke up
guys.
at 6, man.
You know, I'm just trying my best to keep everyone awake, but you guys are just pouring, salt into my wounds.
You had something.
Took something. He called it a peppermint candy. Uh-huh.
What's wrong with calling that a peppermint candy? That's what I took. That's exactly what I took. A peppermint candy.
Well, maybe that's what they led you to believe, but
He's got his Battle Fury now.
that's good.
They also have 4-step up on Shaman, so hopefully
So he
they'll.
might get picked off here.
Oh, can he dodge it? Can he dodge it?
Top Canadian.
Oh, terrific.
Canadian.
That was a transcendent.
That was such a Canadian play.
That was
Such a Canadian play. What makes it a Canadian play? Like,
Just too safe. Not too hostile.
if it's Canadian, shouldn't it just be really polite and like pacifist?
I actually don't think Arthur is polite at all.
What?
Arthur is not polite at all.
Oh,
I
I'm
mean-
pretty sure Canada would disown him if they had the choice, or at
To
least
each-
his
to each their
personality.
own.
They might keep his accomplishments, but not his personality. You know.
So you would keep his accomplishment and rather swap his personality for someone like Lamb. Or someone like Fear. And you would call that a proud Canadian.
Oh yeah.
Typical Canadian.
Captain America, of course he'd make a great Canadian. He'd be the best Canadian of them all. Top lane, Blink stun, and this time, TC's gonna get hacked at. Should be okay.
He needs more damage to be able to actually get that kill. Maybe a solar first. But he's actually not getting a solar because Tusk is getting Medallion now, so he's probably just going to transition into carry. Well, he's getting BKB first. Interesting. Guess it's really good versus their heroes. He needs a BKB against the Shaman, the Stalker.
So you prefer it over like what AC would be the usual build here?
Yeah, AC is the common build after Solar Crest or...
They need him alive in fights as long as possible.
to tank and soak up damage, so PL can actually weave in and out of the fight to actually
The
find pickoffs.
Gonna try again.
Punch him.
Give him the punch.
It's too far.
All right, so do you think that dagger is a good choice here for the PL after this? Like you can jump behind, you kill the shaman, or you kill the undying first.
What?
Wow, I have a fresh shiny BKB.
He just wanted to make sure DC know. That's the intimidation BKB.
He just
I'm
wants
made
to-
of gold.
He just wants to make sure it works, you know.
A, I don't need it, and B, you better know I have it, and I know how to use it.
All right, so Ben, do you think that dagger could be a good choice here for the PL? In some games we see, like especially no tier, he would go for dagger.
Aggressive as well.
Aggressive too. Do you think it would be a good choice this game?
To kill the shaman.
Oh, we actually have JO is also carry. So what do you guys think?
He doesn't really need it, I think.
You don't-
Heart, maybe?
I think he might go for more HP for the Ember.
So, Hart, Scotty.
Because they don't really have much problem initiating. They have Tusk and they have the Alchemist.
Yeah. I think because the Ember's underfarmed, you can just build more tanky. Like, if you already had a Chrysalis, then you'd be like,
Maybe get like
Maybe I
some
can micro his way
damage
around,
items.
But don't you want to be able to jump and chase the Ember so you can actually man fight him? Don't you think that's a good idea? Or you still prefer going more HP?
does he want to
think
chase
more
the Ember in
HP.
team fights? Yeah, I think more HP, so you can just kill whoever's in the front. Because SF, did he go BKB?
Is under attack.
No, SF doesn't have BKB yet.
Is that his next item here? 3400.
I think he needs one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, the mana burn, like the feedback from the diffuser, would actually do so much damage on him. But do you want to delay it as much as you can? Like maybe get another item before a BKB, or you think that he really needs it right now, at this moment?
Who, the Shadow Fiend?
Yeah, on the Shadow Fiend. Do you think can he still delay the BKB?
I think he can. He might try to go for another tanky
Like
item like a
Scotty?
Scotty.
Is under
Yeah.
attack.
They're gonna jump, initiating, trying to lock down Mr. Old Chicken. Oh, very tanky though. That ain't gonna happen. But they do bring down the tower here with the wards, which are just more gold for the chicken.
Is it Roche up soon though? I think if Roche is up soon, then he needs to get the BKB, or else they're gonna give another Aegis away.
And this might be the Aegis where they actually push.
Yep, he goes for BKB.
Just a safest route. The Canadian route.
What would the American route be here?
Obviously going for another
Midas.
stat item.
How appropriate the Bulba has one right
Is he gonna scout it out? Oh.
Timing, timing. Oh,
Oh. Just in
beautiful.
So what do DC do? Their nighttime's down soon. It's gonna be daytime for a little bit. SF has his BKB. I guess they have to contest this, but looks like EHOME do not know that it's up.
Yeah, but the window is not that big, you know, for the night time, because the next night is what, 32 minutes?
Mhm.
So they don't have much time to move around though. For EHOME, if they want to make a move, they have to make it quick, because there's only daytime for like what,
Yeah.
2 minutes, like
And
1.5 minutes.
It's almost the Rasa Awards should still be down, right? For
Ho-
just a little bit.
It's coming back
I
up.
don't- I
soon.
think they can.
They have it. They
never
have
mind.
it. They already have the Rasa Wars. So if they want to make a move during daytime, this is the time. They have like 1 minute. That's the only window they have.
For now, they are just moseying towards bottom. DC gonna back off, but it's like you said, Jo. Once that Axe comes out for the Night Stalker, things get very
It's just
tough around the
scary at
Roche
night.
pit.
It's just the vision too during the team fight. You might be able. They can see where they can see all 5 of EHOMEs. Well,
They're gonna
they can
try.
only see 2 or 3.
Now they do put the Alk in the pit. Very tanky hero. The PL rushes past it.
Oh!
Kaka suddenly gets caught in the middle. It's a trap! And they just explode. Can they possibly fight without their 2 key support heroes?
And
This could be the Roche.
The answer is no, Gorman. They
and
cannot
more.
fight
That's just
with the 2
that's just the
supports.
Aghanims doing
Another
work.
blink. Another lockdown. Can they finish him off? They
Oh,
do.
dear.
4. Dead to the Roche. And they're looking for the 5th. Old 11 going to get caught on EHOME just with the quick self-destruction. They hit the eject button, and it sends them.
Well, I actually did
Back to
not
the
expect
grave.
them to do that though. I thought they were gonna wait until minute 32 when it's daytime before they try anything like this.
I don't think they need that. Night Stalker had an Axe.
Oh, they didn't know?
I don't think
Yeah, Night Stalker had the eggs, so they knew.
No, I mean they
Completely.
didn't know that
they
Night
didn't
Stalker
know
had-
that Night
Yeah.
Stalker had the eggs.
Oh yeah,
That's
they
what-
didn't know that he had
Didn't
picked
he
it
get
up
it
yet.
like a lot earlier?
Yeah, he got it a lot earlier.
He got it a lot earlier. It looked like they were just.
That was a very
Totally out of
if they
position.
knew that was a super.
So it did
bold
so
move.
much work that fight. They knew they
Yeah,
were split
I
up.
guess maybe they didn't know. But
And that was like the best possible way for the fight to start. Dazzle and Bane just dead before anything happens.
yeah, the two key supports are keeping your carries alive. And not only that, you need the Bane's grip to actually lock down the SF for the Requiem as well.
Right. And now the SF, not only a BKB, but 2300 up. DC seizing some momentum here. Will EHOME go home?
YOLO smoke in mid. No.
No more YOLO smoke. They have to wait for the Aegis.
Can they push? Can they defend high ground though?
Acid spray.
They're going to try for the jump on mid.
Oh, the force staff though.
Snowball. Poison touch.
Dude, it's just like game 1.
They keep
Incoming DC
They keep
5-man
killing Aoi, right?
Yeah. They kill Aoi. They kill Aoi's team.
And then DC wins a huge fight in their base. And
And the Aegis
I mean
gets
that's
stolen.
kind of like
actually, or CTY gets caught like
that's
10
kind of
times.
like how Aoi plays. Like he's always alone. He's trying to split push. He's trying to do something like alone, trying to get more out of the map. And this is the price you pay if you get caught.
Can't believe they lost Gem that fight too.
It's a lot of gold and even
And-
more experience for DC.
And Night Stalker is 16 soon, so
He has 2 gems.
level 16 Night Stalker is always gonna be like it's gonna be night all the time, like most of the time. So it's gonna be really hard for him to play after that.
How's PL looking?
Hard.
But Ember is also getting there, working towards the.
Vlad's a Night
Daedalus.
Stalker
This
as
is
well.
actually looking tough for EHOME because they're gonna be under so much pressure from the vision of the Night Stalker, and it's gonna be really hard for 11 to make all the plays that he's making right now, or even throughout the game when you don't have vision.
The Alk loses the BKB man fight easily, even though he's pretty high in
You
that
need way
work.
more. You need your armor item completed too. Like he needs his AC. So this is. I mean, EHOME has to drag more. Like, but the thing is, like, even if you drag the game out long enough, are you in a better position against the Ember? That is also like quite questionable. Like, are you actually having the better late game against the Ember? I mean, you can argue you're
Well,
gonna.
wouldn't you make the argument though that they have the Undying? That hero tends to fall off in an actual fight.
Yeah,
Night
but they-
Stalker only offers vision
Yeah,
really.
that's true. But Undying is a weak hero, but the other 4 heroes are pretty useful in terms of late game. Like,
Yeah.
Night Stalker is extremely good.
And EHOME supports get a lot weaker because of the Night Stalker.
That's true.
It's just hell playing support against the Night Stalker. All your wards get countered and the vision.
And they can always jump you first,
Yeah.
unless you're like smoked out of range or something.
They have to approach this really cautiously, though.
They need BKB on Bane, maybe?
Long way there, dude.
Yeah, a long
The
way.
Ember and the Shadow Fiend already have all the items they need to take a fight, take another fight.
They're looking for that killing blow here, DC.
Want to drop the wards down
Oh,
somewhere.
thought they were gonna save those. I guess they just want the tier 2. Gonna get silenced up and taking a lot of damage from these wards. But do they look to engage the Alk again out in front? EHOME not really committing just yet. They rev up the Alk stun. It will fly. Connects on the Shadow Fiend wards. Continue to be beaten down, but the tower will go the way of the Shaman, and now they're going to get the Hex off. Can they follow this one up? Sleep comes through. The BKB committed by the Shadow Fiend, but the Requiem doesn't really do that much damage. Just hits them on the boundaries of it. LAN retreating. The rest of EHOME try to scramble back. All the big ultimates committed by DC. Can they get any kills out of this? LAN healed up, kept alive. TC does drop low. In the end, they grab LAN. AUI 2000 pokes him from around the side and then force-staffs himself back down. Very nicely done. As Aoi looks to close this game out. The shards come through once more. The Alcult up again. EHOME still holding on to the base, but they do lose the tower.
I mean, he's sitting at like almost 50 armor with the weave and the solar and everything
Huh.
up on him.
The
This-
PL is not split pushing though. This is not ideal for them. Like
They
they're
don't,
not,
they don't have wards though.
they're not gaining. Yeah, but at the same time, EHOME are not split pushing with the PL.
They're going for it. Up onto the high ground, poking away at the tower. Bane up in 10. Fiend's Grip is available when he comes back, and they're going to TP in the Dazzle, just wanting to get up to the front lines as quickly as possible, but as they see him about to respawn, DC do run
Aegis
away.
is gone.
And they back off, yeah, once the Aegis is gone.
Are they gonna go for it? Blink. Stun.
Oh, guess what? T-Burn again.
Just leave Theban.
They'll take it every time though. Just only losing Teban.
Still not as much
Yeah.
for DC would hope for in a position like that. I think it was a pretty good stretch of night. They had wards up.
Radiant's bottom tower
They had
is under
Aegis.
attack.
Uh-oh.
PL wasn't split pushing.
Oh, it
He's
does
gonna
get the
get
stun
caught.
up on Yawar. And might be able to follow this up.
Oh,
The
the
charge cut
shots!
through the Warrior's punch. Boom! Man, that heal. Ugh. And he-
Acid Spray, Assault Curious, Heal Bomb.
I thought he had time to BKB dodge that stun, but guess not.
No, he
how
used
it
his Shadow
starts.
Blade instead. He Shadow
Yeah.
Blade instead. And he
Didn't expect
he
the
didn't
tusk.
expect the dust from the tusk.
Ember needs to be.
Man, the
back
game is swinging back and
Oh,
forth.
is this this actually might be a repeat of game number 1.
Oh,
Base race coming out. It's already as TC takes down the tower. The wards were committed. And things get a little hectic. EHOME working on the melee racks. Up in front is the PL. They're going to jump forward with the punch. Committee onto Boba, who's in the middle of the fray. The zombies come
Shadow
out.
Fiend
The
bought back.
PL illusions mount, and they will bring down the tombstone. The Requiem committed.
Get
Yawar's
3
back into
rebuys.
it. He bought back. He can't afford to go down a second time, but the Ember Spirit doing a lot of
Oh,
work.
SF!
That's the great
SF is
thing
going
about
down!
Lanham's going to die as well.
Die
Can they
back.
hold the line? DC not giving up just yet. The hordes are still going up in the top lane while this all transpires. Teeman on the chase, on the run to CTY. Can they lock down the chicken? No, not just yet. Snowball, the other direction gets the shards off. Still chasing, looking for more. They roll in, they jump out. Alk just making a hasty retreat. 11's going to take the bullet. And I think they
but
lost the
they
whole lane of
traded
Rex.
the
Top.
Rex, right? They traded. Oh no,
Creeps MVP.
they got only the melee. So DC actually got the better trade off, but they had to use buyback on Shadow.
They used 3 rebuys and Shadow Fiend died because of that.
My
That's-
God.
That is okay
What
though.
was that fight?
EHOME didn't lose PL or Alk. That's crazy.
Now as
But
a
don't you,
top
but
six
don't you
goals.
think it's better for DC? They were
I think
one.
that was pretty
yeah.
good for DC.
They were one man down and they traded like better. They got 2 racks.
And the heroes
full
that bought
racks.
back, like their farm isn't really that important. Did they? Who's
Well,
got
the Shadow
gems
Fiend
now?
got
I mean, the Shadow
set
Fiend died
back so
twice.
much.
That's
Yeah,
true.
that's.
Yeah, that's I guess. the
I don't
Shadow
know if
Fiend.
that's worth it.
Yeah,
for
but
them.
you already one hero down in that situation.
Like, given what the situation was, I think it was pretty good. Who got the gems, by the way? After all that, Bulba.
Bulba
And
has 1
Is
gem.
the one in the Radiant stash, or
Oh, I guess only 1.
yeah? Okay,
Oh,
so they still have the gems at least.
AUI managed to complete BKB during that fight too, so that's pretty big. Bane wishes he were that rich.
I mean, they do have ways to cancel the shackles still. The punch, the grip. You don't want to grip him, but it's an option.
I mean, at this stage, you want to use your punch and grip on probably most likely the Ember and the SF. You want to reserve it for those 2. I guess it more applies to the grip. The
Oh.
punch is
Oh,
a
they found TC
my.
with the grip. Pooh! 80 seconds on the
Oh
sideline.
dear, they're gonna force the buyback right now.
Oh no,
They're gonna try and push.
that's so big. It's
Oh,
time.
AUI, Red Dota.
That Cloud9 training coming into play. Do you guys miss the Cloud9 days?
Yeah, it was actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
It was really entertaining. Their
It
like
was.
will never be seen again. So, are they going to force this Ember buyback?
It seems like they won't be able to.
What's Roach respawn? Almost max.
Oh wow,
Very
that
unfortunate
is max.
for EHOME. DC just have to be careful not to get caught outside of base though. His darkness is almost down.
It's just so hard for the Shadow Fiend now. He has to catch up all the way. He wasted like 4k gold.
Their carries are really far behind now.
Radiant's middle tower
Now he has Butterfly.
Is it? I mean, at this point, I guess Ember needs
MKB.
just pure
MKB.
damage, right? MKB, and
MKB.
then
He's close.
Yeah, but they're falling like what JO said. They're falling too far behind. Like if both of the carries are on even terms with EHOME carries, I would say that their carries are like better because of how Ember outputs damage in team fights. But if you're behind, that does not apply anymore.
and not to mention they just got more control for the Ember.
Yeah, and
Abyssal.
they're just gonna wait for Roche.
Blink Abyssal and just
Yeah, now they can solo kill him.
kill.
Or at least BOTN with PL and kill him while out Sun locks him.
Do you think during late game situations like this against Ember, like if you have a blink on an Elk, you would sell it and change it to Shadowblade to catch him out with Shadowblade into Abyssal and you kill him one time? Do you think it's worth it to change your
Can't
blink
you
to Shadowblade?
just blink Abyssal and kill him? If you just see
Well, it's
what, like
easier
one
to catch
bash?
him while he's split pushing if you have
Shadowblade.
Shadow
I
Blade
think
and
so.
Abyssal.
I like the idea.
The Ember doesn't have blink as well, so it's easier to
You can still
catch.
react towards the blink Abyssal, right? That's still a little
Yeah,
time.
that's true. If you're really quick.
All of their cores rebought that fight, so all their cores got set back.
Their supports have to be very careful not to get jumped, just like the
Roche
last Roche
just got
fight.
up.
I think PL and Alk have to go in and cause a lot of havoc. Buyback status.
1.5 minute to night time, but Stalker has ultimate. So 43:10 is the time where DC wanna pop the darkness and start to move around the map.
Anybody want that?
It's just a javelin. I don't want
They
that.
need to get the
Oh,
items.
he has no buyback. Oof. No one has buyback.
And they
Alright.
smoke.
Isn't it? Oh, it's
Just one
almost
guy.
it's almost 43:10. Yeah, they're smoking around that time.
They have the darkness. Roshan's up again. EHOME also in the bottom lane, grouping up, congregating. Are they going to just try to sneak this?
This is the
They're
moment.
into the pit. It's do or die now for Digital Chaos. Wards get dropped down. They're sweeping around from the south. EHOME looking to make their move in, and they start to head down the river, and then they think, let's go to the left instead. More direct is the path. They get the shards out. DC are in the pit, and now they run in. The Ember Spirit getting some damage off the bat. The Requiem's going to get committed. 14:37. Teeman's down. Yawar. No, the Grave is going to keep on 11 alive. Can he get off another spell here with the Lotus Orb going? He just might be able to survive. They do bring him down. The Dire end up getting the Roshan kill, but the Aegis gets snatched by TC to keep the fight going, at least for now, but then they lose the Shadow Feed. That's a dieback down for 80 seconds. The Ember Spirit locked down, beaten down, and punched out. EHOME takeout for no buybacks. 80 seconds to slaughter these Radiant buildings.
Should be another Rax at least, with no rebuy supplementing of the cores.
And now they're just so far behind in terms of that arms race with the Ember PL.
Yeah, that fight was so evident that the cores on EHOME are much stronger because they are much richer in terms of net worth. They killed the supports on DC so much quicker. Like, they just jump in and they killed Undying. Undying was like removed so quickly. Aoi had to blink away because he saw the PR and he just blinked away, so he was not a part of the fight at all after dropping his wards.
SF was in a terrible position.
And he got trapped by the shards
Yeah.
too. He was inside the pit and he couldn't get out.
Oh, they're going for the GG.
They're going for the GG. EHOME
They want to stay.
straight for the jugular. What a heartbreaking way for DC to get
Man.
knocked out of the summit.
This series,
They took a game off EG. They were competitive in the other two. They took a game off EHOME. They were very competitive in the other two, but EHOME showing that veteran wile. Straight for objectives, back onto kills, and Digital Chaos will end up in the bottom two together with Mineski. But they put up a hell of a fight.
yeah, they look so good actually in all of their games. They were
Just came down
playing.
on one mistake.
Yeah, they were playing way above their what everyone expected from them, and all the games that they lost, they were really, really close, like you mentioned. Very high competition in all the games. Just one mistake in game one, both teams make one mistake, and wow, I mean, I expect a lot more to come from DC in the future.
They definitely feel like they have a lot of potential, and now I'm just curious, what celebration dance does Lanham and 71 have prepared for us?
Oh, are they coming to the couch?
I hope so. They're very entertaining, much more so than us.
I want to ask him the question.
Yeah?
I want to ask them because he looks so tired every time after their games, and I want to ask him.
Can we get Lanham and 71? Do you guys think? Cool. All right, we're going to try.
Those were super tense games. Very admirable showing.
Yeah,
DC.
and once again, the difference between the first game and the second game
It's
and the
just
third
one
game,
mistake.
the TUS, the way they play the TUS in the first game is different from the second and the third game.
Yeah.
Emo won the second and the third game.
First game, he didn't move.
Yeah, he should have been moving like the second and the third game. That's what I thought he would do, but he
I
didn't
don't
do
think
it.
it's all on him.
It's not all on him,
The
but
supports were also like super occupied with the Abaddon. They banned Abaddon in game 2 and 3.
yeah, that's also one
So,
thing. But I feel like he still had to be the one because no one else could have done it. Like everyone was happy to take their stacks, take their farm.
Has to run the
and
show.
The other difference that in the first game was the supports from EHOME didn't get level 6 faster because no one was making sure that you make plays and you pressure and you give up a lane to the supports. In the second and the third game, the supports were given more room to get levels. So I think that was also a huge difference.
So with this, DC get knocked out. EHOME stay alive. They will move through the losers bracket, and it brings us to our last match of the day. I think we're gonna have a bit of a break before we set it up, guys. But it's the winner bracket finals.
Who's it? Vici and EG?
Vici EG. Ice said in his pre-event interview with the score that, you know, EG seems to have them figured out a lot of the time with the drafts. He's a little intimidated. He doesn't want to get punched by fear.
Apparently, that's somewhat of the case too for EG versus DC, because Bobla is so familiar with EG that I think DC did surprisingly well versus EG just because of that factor. Not to discount DC's performance, but the drafting is
Yeah. But
a good showing.
it,
close to both.
it really does feel like DC, they feel like a different team with Eben. Yeah, they made some individual mistakes. They got caught out.
I
but
think he's unlocking the true potential of his teammates. He's using them much better, and they have a sense of direction. I think that I said that a few times already. They feel like they're much more like a team right now.
they're no longer walking into the abyss of suffering. He's slowly dragging them out.
They are no more the
They're on
walking
their way
dead.
to being top Canadians. They have 3 Canadians in their team.
AUI had to do too much, I think, when 1437 wasn't on the team. He had to like farm a lot and set up the kills and protect the lanes. And
No, it's not only that. Like he has to. I feel like he has to oversee the team, and it's not something that he's used to doing. You could tell, like someone that would just. He feels like someone that wants to just focus on his game, do his job, and maybe make a few small commands in terms of laning phase. He's not like the type of player of T-Burn would actually, I want you to do this at this point, I want this to happen, I want you to get a mech, I want us to make this smoke rotation when it comes to, like, he's not that type. I don't feel like he's that type of
As
player.
assertive.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we're going to hear from Vici Gaming, or Vici Gaming, what am I talking? EHOME, I see Ice walking around in my brain.
You're calling
Thanks
me
so much.
drunk. You're calling me drunk. Or
Well,
like,
you are, but that's, I just made a slip up. You're drunk. Unacceptable. Get off the couch. We're booting you. Jeez. But yeah, we'll have hopefully a post-game interview with EHOME coming up here, guys, after the break. But before we do, the Score Esports had a chance to sit down with Fear. They had a quick little snippet of the interview, and if you want to check out the whole thing, you can download the app on the Google Play Store or on iOS, or check out their YouTube channel. But we're going to